Welcome to the Chapel of the Merchants in Turin, one of the jewels of Piedmontese Baroque architecture, nestled in the heart of the city. This extraordinary place, hidden among the streets of the historic center, is not only a place of worship but also a monument that tells the story of one of Turin's most influential guilds. The history of the chapel dates back to 1663, the year the pious congregation of bankers, traders, and merchants of Turin was founded. This group brought together the city's economic elite: bankers, merchants, and entrepreneurs, men whose success was deeply linked to the thriving Baroque Turin of the time. In 1692, the congregation decided to build a chapel more suitable for their growing numbers, a place that would express both their devotion and their social status. The construction began under the rectorship of the Jesuit Agostino Provana, and from the outset, the chapel was conceived as a small treasure chest of art and spirituality. It was inaugurated in a short time but was later enriched with paintings, sculptures, and decorations that made it a unique masterpiece. The Chapel of the Merchants has a rectangular layout of about 20 by 10 meters, with a vaulted ceiling adorned with frescoes and gilded details. The artistic and decorative language chosen for this space reflects the most refined Baroque taste, characterized by an intense play of light and shadow, scenic effects, and profound religious symbolism. The central theme of the decoration is the Epiphany, the manifestation of Christ to the powerful of the earth, a subject of great relevance for a congregation composed of merchants and businessmen who identified themselves with the Magi, coming from afar to pay homage to the Savior. The lateral walls are adorned with a series of paintings created between 1694 and 1712, all inspired by the Gospel narrative of the Magi. On the left wall, facing the altar, we find masterpieces such as A Herod with the Magi and the Scribes by Sebastiano Taricco, The Journey of the Magi to Bethlehem by Luigi Vannia, The Opening of the Treasures of the Holy Kings by Stefano Maria Legnani, known as Legnanino, The Angel's Announcement to the Magi by Sebastiano Taricco. On the right wall, facing the altar, we can admire The Appearance of the Star Consulted by the Magi and the Massacre of the Innocents by Andrea Pozzo, King David Meditating on the Mystery of the Epiphany by Legnanino, The Procession of the Magi near Jerusalem by Niccolo Carone. Enhancing the decoration even further, among the paintings, there is a series of wooden statues decorated in faux marble, created between 1707 and 1715 by Carlo Giuseppe Plura, representing prominent ecclesiastical figures. On the left wall, we can observe sculptures of St. John Chrysostom, St. Gregory, and St. Ambrose, while on the right, we find those of St. Jerome, St. Leo, and St. Augustine. The focal point of the chapel is its high altar, an architectural masterpiece designed by Michele Emanuele Buscaglione in 1797, replacing a previous structure. Made of marble, this altar is a perfect balance of grandeur and sobriety, harmonizing with the rich surrounding decorations. Behind the altar, 3 paintings by Andrea Pozzo capture the viewer's attention. The Nativity with the Shepherds, The Adoration of the Magi, The Flight into Egypt. These works display the full mastery of the Jesuit painter, renowned for his skillful use of perspective and light. Looking upward, one can admire the vault frescoed by Legnanino between 1694 and 1695. The scene depicted is paradise, an immense celestial vision populated by prophets, sibyls, and biblical episodes. The illusionistic effect is extraordinary. The figures seem to emerge from the ceiling and float in space, creating a profound sense of movement and transcendence. The perspective play, accentuated by gilding and carefully distributed shadows, amplifies the visual impact and guides the eye towards the center of the composition, where divine light symbolically radiates throughout the chapel. On the wall opposite the altar, there is a precious 18th-century organ, still functioning, placed on a richly decorated cantoria. This instrument is used for classical and sacred music concerts, taking advantage of the chapel's extraordinary acoustics. Its presence adds a sonic dimension to the artistic and spiritual experience of the place. Beyond the chapel, visitors can find the sacristy, an equally fascinating space, along with other adjoining rooms historically used for meetings and gatherings of the congregation. To visit these rooms, authorization must be requested from the members of the pious congregation present in the chapel. These spaces house original furnishings, historical documents, and works of art that tell the long history of Turin's mercantile guild. Among these treasures, one particularly fascinating object stands out: the perpetual calendar, designed by engineer Giovanni Plana. This sophisticated calculating machine can determine the calendar over a span of 4,000 years, including lunar cycles, days of the week, and Christian holidays. This instrument represents an extraordinary synthesis of science and faith. The Chapel of the Merchants is far more than just a place of worship. It is a living testament to the artistic, cultural, and religious fervor of Baroque Turin. Every fresco, every statue, and every decoration tells a story of faith, patronage, and tradition, passed down through the centuries to us. We thank you for visiting and invite you to return to discover even more details about this extraordinary place.